So yesterday I talked about trauma and reality testing and how that relates to people with BPD. Based upon a lecture/conference I listened to, I'll put more information from the title and whatnot in the comments or whatever, so that way you guys can watch it for yourself. I found it was very interesting and just gave further context and again provided more information on BPD and how that translates. In this question, thank you so much for asking. It's what are the brain activity differences in BPD? So yesterday I had mentioned that part of the lecture, she goes on to show this controlled study. So it essentially shows the brain activity of a controlled sample of people. So the above is people without BPD and the below is people with BPD. And as you can see, they are brought through a range of emotions, whether it's a neutral, happy, sad, but regardless, the the persons with BPD, that action is firing regardless. So it just shows how regardless of the emotion, the brain activity is firing like crazy in someone with BPD, for example. In the lecture, she also then goes on to describe and explain the importance of three structures of the brain. The amygdala, our emotional center, tells us what's important, which triggers things in the prefrontal cortex, which tells us essentially how much and how we'll act upon the emotions, which also directs our behavior. Like, will I be able to keep this contained or am I going to fall apart? Which that is the hippocampus and where the cognitive maps are stored according to this lecture, which is essentially where we make sense of what's happened before and we behave accordingly. So again, there's definitely way more studies and research out there that provides more context and way more vast amounts of information on the brain differences, but this is just one study that was showed in this lecture just to visually show in, again, a variety of emotions, how the brain activity fires in BPD. And again, it's just a good visual reminder that just because sometimes they are silent struggles doesn't mean the struggles aren't there or aren't present on a daily basis. So I feel like it's really important to always have visuals. And for me, it's one of the best ways that I learn too is, again, verbal, nonverbal, visual, I need always to learn. So that's why I just feel it was good to share. I hope that kind of answered the question, but like I said, I'm gonna put the information of the video down below. So again, you or anyone else can go watch and, get the context and all of that right from the source. Hope you have a wonderful Saturday, and everyone, remember to be kind to yourselves.